Hey, are you having a hard time journaling? Not really able to get out of your own head, or really just don't know where to start? Then stick around because I'm going to give you some prompts that are going to make your life a whole lot easier. Hi guys, it's Amanda from theintuitivewife.com, and I wanted to make this video today to go over some journaling prompts that might help you if you are starting to feel stuck or get into your own head, or if you really want to start journaling but you just don't really know where to start. So for those of you who have been following me, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, hi, I'm Amanda from theintuitivewife.com. I am a holistic health practitioner, past life regression facilitator, and tarot reader. I talk about all things intuition, metaphysical, little woo-woo, you name it, I talk about it on this channel. So if that's something you're interested in, be sure to subscribe so that you can be notified of my future videos. So if you are just getting started with journaling, or maybe you've been journaling for a while and you just can't really find your groove and you're feeling stuck and you don't know how to start, but you know that you want to start journaling, then you are in the right place, because journaling is probably my all-time favorite activity. Either journaling or reading a book or eating. But still, it's up there on the top of my list. I love journaling, and it helps me really sort out my thoughts and my thinking. And sometimes you wake up and you're just kind of in a really crappy mood, and those days especially are when I journal, even if I don't feel like it, because it helps me figure out what's actually going on. Did I just have a restless sleep and I'm just feeling a little overtired? Or is there something that happened the day before that's bothering me and it's just something I haven't been able to let go of, so it's dragging me down energetically today? There could be tons of reasons as to why you're feeling a little ugh when you wake up. So journaling is definitely part of my morning routine every single day. But I have to say that journaling wasn't always my favorite activity. It was definitely a struggle when I first started journaling. I knew that it was good for me. It was something I was supposed to be doing. It was supposed to help with stress and anxiety, and something you're just supposed to do when you're on this journey of spiritual self-care, self-development, choose your word. Every single time I opened the book, I constantly felt like I was some 11 or 12-year-old girl writing Dear Diary in my journal about like the boy that I had a crush on, or how I had so much homework that day. Like I felt like I was just some little girl and I had no idea what to journal about. So for the first probably few months at least, I definitely had a love-hate relationship with journaling. But once I got out of my own way, I was able to make a lot of progress with journaling. So if this sounds familiar, this is what you can do about it. I have some journaling prompts that I created for you in a pretty little PDF. I put the link for it down below in the description bar if it's something you're interested in, but I'm also going to go over a few prompts or suggestions here in this video. When you're first getting started, it is very important to turn off your conscious brain. So our conscious mind is the logical, rational part of our brain, and our unconscious mind is the part that is open to possibilities. Because journaling isn't really about logic, it's about tuning in with yourself. What are you feeling? What do you desire? What are you afraid of? It's really about digging deep, almost. It has nothing to do with logic and being rational. And I also want to mention that journaling differs for everybody. So even though I created this list of prompts, they might not work for you. Or maybe writing just isn't your thing. Or maybe you start working on a prompt and you're feeling drawn to do something else, such as draw. You don't need to write all day, every day. You don't need to fill tons and tons of pages just to say you're journaling. So literally every single time I meet someone and talk to them about journaling, and they are not someone who journals, but someone who wants to get into it, the very first question they ask me is, what do I write about? Well, you can literally write about anything, but I know that that's not helping at all right now. Seriously, I tell them tomorrow to bring out their journal and write about breakfast. And the reason I say write about breakfast is because if you haven't had breakfast yet, it gets you to think about something other than what do I write about? You already have something in your head. And it's I'm not saying it's like earth shattering and you're going to get some huge spiritual message. It is literally just getting you into a routine of thinking about something other than the blank page in front of you. If you have already had breakfast, and you can talk about how great it was and how filling it might have been, or how it really just didn't cut it because breakfast is the most important meal of the day and you're still hungry. It's You can talk a lot about breakfast. So I know it sounds lame. I know it does, but breakfast is a really good place to start if you are journaling or wanting to get into journaling, because it gets you to talk about an experience, whether it's an experience that you're looking forward to or an experience that you just recently had, and it helps you get into a groove of describing what that was like. But if you don't want to write about breakfast, especially every single day for the next week, then I have some other suggestions for you. I highly recommend that you start small. Something like, what are 10 things that I'm grateful for today? Or how do I define success? Or what does self-care look like for me? It doesn't need to be something overly complicated. Personally, I really love journaling first thing in the morning because I feel like it helps prepare my day. If you are one of those people or you prefer to journal in the evening, then a really, really easy thing to do is to just talk about your day. What happened during your day? Did something upset you? What made you happy about your day? What is something that you are looking forward to tomorrow? If you find that every single day you're waking up saying, I'm going to do this today, let's say it's, I'm going to go to the gym today, I'm going to work out today, and you just can't seem to get there, and not because of time, just because you just don't feel like doing it, you could journal about it. What is holding me back from working out? What is holding me back from incorporating healthier habits? Or what healthy habit can I incorporate into my life today? Something that I like to do if I'm feeling a little stuck or um, find that I'm getting distracted is I will stop writing and I'll go grab my Oracle deck and I'll just pull a card. And sometimes that leads into something completely unexpected. You don't want to force journaling. It's supposed to be something that's fun and something that helps you tune into yourself. So if it's something that feels like a chore or something that you're getting in your own way of, you're not going to want to do it. If you are starting to write and you find your ego kicking in, or you're just losing momentum, or maybe getting easily distracted, then one thing you can do is to write about things that you're grateful for. When you write about things that you're grateful for, it raises your vibration and puts you in a better state of mind. So it helps take the pressure off of, what am I going to write about today? Or I really need to stay focused on this subject. It helps you loosen up a little bit. So if you find you're stuck, go ahead and write about things that you're grateful for, or things that you're happy about, or things that you're looking forward to in the next few days or months or next year. So if journaling is something you do want to try, it is something I highly recommend. But I also suggest checking out the PDF I created for you. I'll put the description down below in the description bar, where you can check out 35 journaling prompts that will make your life a little bit easier. If journaling is something that you're currently struggling with, do let me know in the comments what you think it is that's holding you back. I would love to try and help and clear that out for you. If journaling is something that you already do on a regular basis, I'm curious to know if you already have a prompt that you use, or if you just kind of go with the flow. Let me know in the comments. I really would love to know what your daily journaling routine looks like. Journaling is just like anything else, and we tend to stop ourselves before we start just because we don't know how to start. So if after using some of these prompts you still really can't get into the groove of journaling, then I'd suggest getting a journal that already has a template in it. For example, I haven't personally used these ones, but for example, you can get the 5-Second Journal by Mel Robbins. It has a little energy gauge in the top left-hand corner, so you can check in with yourself, see how you're feeling energetically, and next to it I think is a box describing why you feel the way you do. And she has some questions in there that you would fill out every single day. And it just helps kind of get the juices flowing to make it less of a a big deal, because journaling doesn't have to be a big deal if you don't want it to be. Another journal I would suggest is actually the 5-minute journal, which includes on every page a daily affirmation or quote. It gets you to list out a few things that you're grateful for, some things that you can do to improve your day. At the end of the day, you would come back and just write out 2 or 3 things that happened during the day. So it's just something to kind of get you out of your own head. It gets you something to focus on and write about without feeling the anxiety of staring at a blank page. So if that's more up your alley, then by all means, there are tons of journals that you can find on Amazon or at your local bookstore that already have a template in it. So I'll put a link in the description bar below to those journals that I just mentioned, as well as a link to my blog about journaling if it's something that you want to look into. If you liked this video, please be sure to hit like and subscribe so you can be notified of future videos when they're posted. Until my next video, I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys!